UFC 311 has just taken place, and Merab has now defeated Jose Aldo, Piotr Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, and Umar Nurmagomedov. He is clearly the bantamweight GOAT. Umar Nurmagomedov, who was his stylistic nightmare, because he has both amazing wrestling defense and great, fantastic striking. Went toe to toe in the striking with Corey Sandhagen and took him down so many times, and 50-45'd him on two of the judges' scorecards. Guess what happened in this fight? This fight with Merab versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab showed him who the freaking champion was. Merab schooled that boy. You know, the first two rounds, the first two rounds were close, and I guess Umar won them. But then as the rounds kept going, Umar's face became more and more deflated, and Merab's face and demeanor was just more and more ecstatic. And it culminated in the fifth round where Merab took Umar down so many times, also landed a great punch, and he stole the fight, and he won the fight 3-2 in two of the judges' scorecards, 4-1 on one of the judges' scorecards. And wow, he took Umar Nurmagomedov's undefeated record, took his own and gave him a 1, took his donut and gave him a churros, like Max Holloway says. Amazing. Islam Makhachev, quick, swift victory in the first round over Renato Moicano. He got a Darce choke over him at the end of the first round. It's his favorite choke, and he made that shit look easy. It was so swift. I guess for some people, you could say it's anticlimactic, but Islam Makhachev has 7 submissions in the UFC. When you have that many submissions and your closest rival, your supposed equal, Arman Tsarukyan, has 0 submissions in the UFC, and you're supposed to be tit for tat everywhere. I mean, that's a clear talent. That's a clearly super talented individual. I mean, Gilbert Burns, who's not just a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he's like a high-level black belt, and he's got 0 submissions. So many people struggle getting submissions over fighters at the top level in the UFC. And Islam Makhachev has so many freaking submissions, man. He is a really superb talent in the lightweight division. And some may argue the most talented ever in the lightweight division. Amazing. Amazing first round finish for Islam Makhachev. We had Jiri Prochazka, Jamal Hill. Another amazing fight. Both were landing great shots on each other, but to be fair, Jiri did look to have better defense this time around. His head movement was better, and Jamal Hill wasn't landing as much as you might think, even though he did land a few. But when Jiri landed punches, they usually were a lot harder, and I was surprised by some of the shots Jamal was taking. I was sure, some of Jiri's shots were so hard, I was sure, they would make an impact on Jamal Hill, and it looked like they did nothing to him. It looked like Jamal Hill was unfazed. Maybe any other fighter would have gone down, but Jamal Hill took them. And until the first round, second round was close, you could give it to Jamal Hill. But the third round, that's when Jiri Prochazka started to fly. And man, he did the same thing that he did to Alexander Rakic. He was taken over by the Samurai Ghost, and he just dropped Jamal Hill and followed him down to the floor and just kept landing punches. Jamal Hill got back up, and then Jiri Prochazka landed another powerful shot to the face, and he took him out, and the ref stopped it. Amazing TKO finish, or KO finish in the third round. Amazing. We also had Ranier De Ridder versus Kevin Holland. I knew Ranier De Ridder was going to win. So many people picked Kevin Holland to win, and to me that was funny because I know that people have throw massive amounts of goodwill to Kevin Holland, and because of that, they see him through rose-tinted glasses. And I knew that Ranier De Ridder is underestimated because, to me, you shouldn't underestimate him because he was a champion in a whole other organization. Sure, might be lower level than UFC, so maybe he's not the same as the champion of the UFC, and maybe like top contenders could rival him, but not just a basic run-of-the-mill fighter, run-of-the-mill ranked fighter like Kevin Holland. Like, surely a champion of another organization, there's something to be said about being a champion, and he's going to show it. And he did. I knew Randy De Ridder has that same type of vibe as Dricus, and it gave me Dricus, Robert Whittaker vibes a bit, except not at all the same because no one was giving Dricus a chance, whereas there were a few people that gave Ranier De Ridder a chance. And man, he got the job done in the first round submission by Ranier De Ridder. Amazing fight. Who will he fight next? Probably not Bo Nick or Joe Pyfer because they don't want to ruin their the UFC doesn't want to ruin their top prospects, but we'll see who he's going to fight next. And man, this was an amazing card. I loved it. Amazing. Like and subscribe.